welcome to our Qigong series. This is the Wang Ji Wu Qigong for longevity and health. These exercises are developed so that anyone can do them in any age, any medical condition, any level of health. So they're good for young folks, they're good for older folks. They're designed to work your body from head to toe in a gentle manner. Through your arms, through your torso, through your legs, your neck, and ideally what's happening with Qigong is you're cultivating your own energy inside your body. So that means you're working it, just like you would cultivate the soil in your garden. You know, you're working the soil, you're adding things to it, you're moving it around and giving it what it needs to promote growth in life. The same thing with your body, so you're putting attention on it. Cultivation in this sense means gathering oxygen into your body so it can assimilate into your blood, into your cells. You'll see with some of the movements we'll be doing with our hands, and we're going to be guiding the blood in our body. So moving blood consciously through our body with intention. There's 16 exercises we'll be going through. I'm going to look and I'll say the name before each one we go on to the next one. And I'll do little descriptions. You know, if there's any questions on them, just let me know. So we're going to start. The motions are, Qigong is it's best practice in a gentle, mindful manner. So you are going to be focusing on your breath with each motion. It's different than working out where you're forcing through, pushing yourself. You're actually surrendering and being as gentle as you can. You know, allowing your breath to inhale and exhale gently, and trying to sync up movements with the inhales and the exhales. And I'll be mentioning those as we go along. If anything's painful, let me know. You can modify it. It's not supposed to be painful. It can be a little uncomfortable, but we don't want pain. You know? So different than like a workout that we're used to. Trying to think of anything else to talk about before we get started. No, we're good. So we're going to start the Wang Ji Wu longevity series. The first thing I do when I start any Qigong is I do something called pulling down the heavens. So it's a way to, again, gather oxygen, gather air from around us and put it intentionally into our bodies. And it's a way to start and open up a practice and close a practice. So just like any intention setting ritual, you want to open it up and be ready, and then at the end we'll close it again with the same motion. So we're going to start off with our feet together. Knees gently relaxed here, hands down at our side. When we begin, we're going to take 3 inhales, and we're going to inhale, have the arms come up. Exhale, really feel yourself kind of pushing the air down through your body. Inhale, arms come up. Exhaling, pushing down through the center of the body, through all the organs, down through the abdomen. We're ending right here. Inhaling, exhaling. Step out to shoulder width with your feet. The first exercise is called uniting the original Qi. So you're going to inhale, the arms come up. Elbows bent very slightly, so relax in the shoulders. It's kind of the elbows have weights hanging on them here. And as we exhale, elbows stay in place, and the palms come down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. Exhale, going down. Inhaling, palms come up. Exhale, going down. Inhaling, stopping at the top and reversing the direction. Exhaling. Bend the knees slightly like you're sitting in a tall chair. Exhaling, going down. Inhaling. Really feel your hands cutting through the air. Feel the heaviness of the air. Notice any sensation you have in your arms, in your hands. Yeah, force let your hands come down here, swooping down. Inhaling, come up. Good. Stop here. The next one is called the Jade Dragon weaves around the body. So imagining a dragon's tail. Arms relaxed down here. I'm going to exhale out. So notice my palms shift like this, like I'm grabbing a big piece of rope or a dragon's tail. Okay. As I inhale, the palms come toward each other. As I exhale, they twist out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Notice the muscles in the arms as you twist and exhale. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. The second hand is really pushing out here. So you're stretching out the shoulder blades. You're grasping something that you're going to now pull towards you with your inhale. The arms move together. The arms move with the body. And you'll see you can really, you're twisting at your upper torso. And that's what's moving your arms. So first, allow your body to move your arms, not your arms only moving. So as you come in, inhale here. Really twist your body and your arms out. Good. Keeping the body upright, not leaning into it, but having the extension come from the shoulder blades in the back of the arms. As we inhale, come to center here. Your arms drop down, exhale. Hands feel a little bit warm, buzzing, feeling anything in the wrists there. So that's the energy we're trying to cultivate as we move along. The next one, opening and closing, soothe the meridians. So we're going to take one hand, it's going to rest gently underneath the opposite armpit here. We're going to be rotating our arms. So as we inhale, make a loose fist with thumb guides. As we get to the back here, you're going to rotate over and have the thumb go down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just push yourself to your limit here. A lot of people have shoulder issues, and this is going to slowly open up any adhesions that have formed. Exhaling, thumb guides down. Okay, we're going to reverse, so now the thumb's going to guide. We're going to lead with this knife edge of our hand here. Exhaling, inhaling. Very good. Exhaling. gonna switch sides. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. You may notice some noises coming from your joints. It's okay. Exhaling. With your intention, you're breathing in fresh oxygen from the earth, guiding it into your blood, through all the joints that are moving here. Inhaling, exhaling down.
My body's gonna die from so much oxygen.
That can happen. I think you're going to be okay. Okay, we'll reverse now. So leading with that knife edge in the hand. Exhaling down. Focusing on the inhale and exhale. As we inhale, the body naturally rises a bit. So the lungs expand, the chest opens up and rises. As we exhale, there's a natural descending. So allow that to move your arm more than your arm itself. Okay, very good. Notice more sensations. You might feel a little bit more here in the rib cage, through the low back from standing. These are all good. They're strengthening exercises. The next is called dividing north and south. So the feet are going to come together. Remember this one. Feet are going to come together, and again, it's going to be inhaling and exhaling as moving our arms. It's going to use a lot less energy when you learn to use the movement and the inhale of the body than just moving the arms willy-nilly. So just watch me for a second. I'm going to inhale up, then exhale down. And use this little bounce in your leg to move. The opposite would be just, moving just your shoulders. That uses a lot of energy. But these are the strongest muscles we have next to our tongue. The legs are extremely strong, and a little bit of movement can move your whole body. So you're going to have this slight bounce, and we're going to inhale up. Fall on their own. So yeah, all the movements generated from the legs and ultimately this area right here. It's called the lower dantian in the body, and all of our movement can be traced back to this center point. It's a pivot point for a big machine that is our body. So everything we do comes from right here. That's what we're doing. We're cultivating this energy here. So we're not using external force in our arms and legs. The next is going to be called empty the foot and lift the single hand. So this is great because it uses alternate side of our body and our brain. So it's very coordinating, and it's kind of confusing for the brain at first. So it's really good for you to learn something new. So empty the foot and lift the single hand. So I'm going to be inhaling. The same side hand and heel come up. Inhaling up. Now my hands push out, and I'm pushing opposite direction with my palms. And as I past each other. Exhale, they come together. So we'll start here. Inhaling. Slow your breath down so that you're timing it so that your breath and your movement ends and starts together. So twist your hand. Yeah, there you go. Clear away. Yeah, now flip it. Yep.
As you said, the brain.
The brain is a tricky little device. Very good. So concentrate the spirit and gaze at the heel. You're going to choose a spot, imagining there's a horizon, and that's where your gaze is going to focus on. Now, we're going to be moving from the top part of our neck, the top two cervical vertebrae, the atlas and axis, and we're going to be moving side to side. And as we go, my eyes are going to trace the horizon, but it's not my eyes moving, it's my head moving at that spot. And when they get to the edge, I'm going to look down like I'm trying to look at this heel on this side here. I'm not actually going to see it, but that's my intention. So I'm stretching all my eye muscles going this way. And I come back up, and now slowly my gaze traces the horizon across. And again, I look down toward that heel. Exhaling, head comes to center. So we'll begin. When you get to the edge to look at the heel, it's just the eyes that move. The head stays on the plane it began.
When you exhale, inhale also.
I tend to inhale towards center and exhale toward away, like away from center. So I'm exhaling on the way out. Inhaling towards center. Exhaling on the way out. Very good. That's the first of the two neck exercises. The next one is called the golden cock eats the rice. So think about a rooster really eating and pecking at food. And again, the movement comes from up here. So as you watch, I'll be gazing down and up. A lot of times we try to overextend this and really look down and look up. So that's all going to be using these muscles here, these bones here in the cervicals. We want to focus on the upper the upper few. This is an isolated movement for those, so. Inhale up. Exhale down. And when you get to that point where you have to move the rest of your neck, you just stop there. This one's called Uphold the Heavens and Firm the Root. The first part here, we're going to be inhaling up. So just come with me. Palms turn out, exhale. Slightly bend to one side very gently. Inhale up. And exhale slightly back, very gently on the spine. Again. Back slightly. And then we're going to exhale down. Palms come down. They're like they have a weight on them. They're going to, our shoulders are going to gently follow.
Bend the knees a little bit here to be comfortable. So take any stress out of the back. You want to just rotate at the waist to each side. Very gently. Inhaling towards center. Exhaling out. As we inhale, we're going to bend the knees. Slowly rotate up.
Very good. Everyone's low back okay? It's nice and it stretches out the sides really well. I like that one. Okay, so the next part, this is another one that tricks the brain a little bit. So just watch me for a moment as we, I'm going to inhale. My arms are going to come up. I'm going to step out a little bit at a 45-degree angle. So just out that way a little bit. Exhaling. I'm going to bend my front knee and twist in that direction around. Now I'm looking at that back heel. Inhaling. Okay.
Okay, now, hands this way,
Yeah, start right here.
okay?
So we're going to bend the knees, step out. It's okay. Take a smaller step. That's all right.
It's got to catch it.
Yeah, so this will work on that. I'm going to turn around so that your mind's not
Please.
confused which way you're going. It'll help.
Thank you. That'll help.
So we're going to step out with our right leg here. You see we start the rotation on the opposite side.
And as we get here, we look back at that heel. So the front leg's bent. Yeah, and we're leaning into it a little bit.
Then we unravel the body. The hands and the feet return to center. Step out again. This is a nice gentle step out. It doesn't have to be very long. It shouldn't be strenuous. looking down at that back heel. Maybe something. Very good.
That
What do you
will
think?
take practice.
That one takes a lot of practice, there's lots of coordination. Yeah, it's a fun one. The next one is called 8 Arms Enliven the Blood. So we're going to concentrate the hearing right now. We're going to focus on our hearing and our balance at the same time. So this one is going to be the knees bent, same heel and hand come up on one side. You're creating a little symphony here. You're going to be circling small circles with your pinky, your middle finger, and listening. You're gazing 45 degrees down to the opposite side. We focus on all the micro movements in our body and the micro sounds. So we're training our ears to be healthy, which in turn trains our kidneys. The kidneys and the ears are linked. The ears are the expression, external expression of the kidneys. The arms come down, the foot comes down. Inhale up. Exhale. One more time each side. Good. Raising the back 7 times. So here we're going to be doing a little bit of upward exertion and letting it all release here. So we're going to bend the knees, inhaling up to our toes. And last time. Gets the blood moving, really sends everything up and out. It's a nice change of pace. Both fists strike the back. That's the next one here. So again, we're going to use some of that gentle knee bounce to move and swing our arms. We have very light fists here. Everyone has different flexibility with their shoulders. Ideally, the fists are going to come back and knock on this part of the trapezius here, in the upper back. So. Really allowing the swing of the arms to do the work. Good. And relaxing. Nice. How's that? Pretty good. Rotating the waist and strengthens the kidneys. So this is kind of an old calisthenic looking one. It's really good. You're going to take your hands and your palms, you're going to place them on your low back. This is about where the kidneys are. So we're strengthening the kidneys by doing this. Feet about shoulder width apart. And we're gently going to rotate through the hips. Notice any spots that are tight and kinked, and breathe into them, and love them.
Teach us in the bowl.
Nice stretch in the hands, nice stretch in the hips. The next one, we're gonna be moving the hips left and right. So this one, you're gonna have a little bit of a wider stance. Not too wide, you don't wanna hurt the hips and knees. It doesn't wanna be too strenuous. So, I'm gonna bend to one side. Similar to earlier, we're gonna be grabbing to the side here, and we're kind of grabbing this beam, okay? And we're gonna be pulling our hip toward that beam, reaching out. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Slow breathing space. And we come to center, opposite side. Inhale, exhale. Feet come together again. So you'll notice there's a lot of pumping that happens in the hips here. Even if you're only moving a small amount, you're doing a lot of work. You're moving a lot of blood through joints that don't normally get this movement. So it's really helpful for the lower legs. The next is called yin and yang, opens and closes. And it's going to be some movement with the arms. Feet are more together here. We're going to inhale, the arms are going to come up. Really opening up in the shoulder blades in the back. Exhaling down. Again, notice buzzing in the arms and the chest, opening of the chest and the back. The next exercise, pressing on the knees regulates the meridian. So we're going to have these palm cups here. We're going to slightly bend our knees, gently place those cups on our kneecaps here. And just to the extent that you can go, this doesn't have to be a big exercise. You're going to bend down and come up. Try to lead with your hips down so your knees aren't going too far over your toes. Keeping your gaze slightly forward will keep your back in good alignment so it doesn't get strained. Inhaling. Exhale. You may hear lots of noises here too, and that's fine. Little places that need attention. We're giving them the attention they need. Great. Now we're going to slightly do a little bit of a rotation here. To the side, in the front. There we go. Feel your ankles too. Try to keep your heels down. And you stretch out the ankles. Rotate directions. center. So the key ones there, key thoughts, we don't want the knees to be far over the toes. That can damage the knee over time. We don't want to buckle out and push too far back. That'll hurt and hyperextend the knee. So it's all gentle movements through all the planes. Okay. We're going to strengthen the meridians by rubbing the knees. This is another fun one. This is what we talked about earlier for the toes. There you go. Water tub.
I got a little bit of a sore throat when it gets dry.
So we're going to start off by bending one leg. So bend the left leg. The heel is going to go out at a 45-degree angle. You're just going to step gently out. So I'm not doing something like this. I'm really just placing my leg out, bending this leg, and then it just drops the heel on the ground. Okay? My hips, my shoulders square up toward that toe, and I gently go down toward that toe. Keeping this knee bent here, we're going to do similarly. We're going to put our hands, put attention onto that kneecap and gently make circles without putting any backwards pressure on that knee. The toe is pointed up toward my forehead. That's going to make the stretch really work up the heel, up the Achilles, up the calf, all the way up the hamstring. Rotate direction of that hand. And breathing. Next part of this exercise, we're going to fold our arms at the elbows and gently bend toward our toe, keeping our toe toward our forehead, just as far as you can go. As we exhale, I want you to point your right elbow at your toe. So you're going to twist a little bit. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Now point your left elbow at that toe. Gently rotating your torso. Now we're going to drop the toe down, bend the front knee, and stand straight up on that leg. Okay, that's a big one. Take some deep breaths here and just let's get reoxygenated, then we'll go on to the other leg. Any questions on that so far? Help, yeah. Ow, right? Yeah, this is a part of our leg that doesn't get much attention. This is going to be great for the hips,
Yeah.
where you've got that hitch in there that catches. It's going to really help open it up over time. So now we're going to bend the other leg, right leg. Left leg comes out. Yeah, use the chair to balance on. Do that. Just get a little closer to it and totally use that chair. Good. Left leg comes out. Hips, shoulders square up toward that toe. Bend the knee. Toe points up toward the forehead. And we're putting warmth, attention on that kneecap, moving it around a little bit.
Does it matter which hand is down?
It doesn't, no. I generally switch to each side. Rotate directions on the kneecap. Next part, we're going to bend at the elbows and exhale down right toward the toe. Now we're going to twist, point our left elbow toward the toes. Take a deep inhale there. Exhaling, twist the body the other way. Right elbow toward the toe. Exhaling, drop down onto that foot. Stand up. Bring the feet together. This feels good. It's a rough one. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, I know how to stretch my hamstrings. This is level 10. We're going to do one more on each side, and then we'll move on to the next and last. Another one. I know I like to do this one at least 3 times on each side. Yeah, I know.
directions on the hand. Fold the elbows and down. Really let your head hang here. Right elbow points toward the toe. Left elbow points toward the toe. Drop the toe, bend the knee, bring the back foot to the front foot, stand up.
One thing I want to mention is that we should be balanced here. So at all points, we shouldn't be off balance and pushing toward the front foot at all. So as I bend here and this foot comes out, me going down further, so I want your heel closer to your body there. Yeah, this is your post. This is all the support you need. So I can lift this up and do whatever I want with it and still put it right back down. That's the idea though. So a lot of people, we get into this things where, oh yeah, I need to step out. But this exercise isn't about stepping out. It's just about opening up, dropping the heel down.
I'm hurting that back leg.
Hurting the, yeah, you're strengthening the back leg and you're opening up the front leg, exactly. Strengthening, tree trunks. So hips and shoulders square up. If we want to go further down, you just bend this back leg. Good. Let's rotate the kneecap gently. Great. Rotate directions on that. Bend the elbows. Drop the head. Rotate, pointing the right elbow at the toe. As we exhale, twist, point the left elbow at the toe. Drop the front toe, bend the knee, bring the back foot forward to meet the front foot. Stand up straight. Good. Last but not least, the heel strikes backward. This is going to be the closing exercise. Feet come together. The hands are palms down as if you're holding on two wooden posts to hold you straight up. And as we exhale, the heel is going to snap back up and hitting the hamstring or the glute. So we're going to snap it back with each exhale. Ideally, we're limiting the sideward sway, which comes with time. Last one. Good.
So I think I was probably painting and exhaling on the opposite.
On that one?
Mhm.
It's okay. I realized halfway that the breath isn't as important on that one. But the breath is, with timing, the breath is important to keep your own time. You know, so with movements like that, where they're a little faster, you just want to have steady inhales, steady exhales, and then you're moving at a good cadence. You know, even if it's 2 or 3 per inhale, you're just moving and you have a steady mental cadence with it.
So
But your breath is okay. Your breath is constant. So with that one, I did say do it on the exhale, but it's a little too fast. It's all right. Yeah. So we're going to end by doing how we began, with pulling down the heavens. So we're going to do this 3 times. The 3rd time, the hands are going to come. We're going to focus in here on lower dantian. Take 3 deep breaths, focusing all the warmth, all the energy we've cultivated, and pushing it, packing it in, and taking it with us. Okay, so inhale up. eyes, 3 deep breaths here.